Go then. The new season. How are you feeling about it?
Yeah, I'm really excited. I just can't wait to get going. I think I said to the players this morning at training, it's the best day of the season. We've done nothing wrong yet. We've got all good things to look forward to. So just enjoy it. I think being back at St Mary's, being in front of the supporters, being in that sort of pressure environment again and competitive environment. That's what we all want to do. So enjoy training today. Enjoy the game tomorrow. And let's just go for it.
The situation with players' availability. You've got injured players. You've got players like Tyler who've been training separate. So, how restricted are you tomorrow in your options with the side? Who isn't available that you can tell us about?
Charlie Taylor's still got a couple of more days in front of him before he can get minutes in his legs. But he's been back in training for a few days, which is good. But he won't be in the squad just yet. Will Smallbone has got a calf injury, so he'll be out for a little while. James Breeze, same thing. He'll be out for a bit with his leg as well after coming off last weekend. And Taylor is nearing match fitness. He looks really good in training, but he's obviously been out for quite a while, so we're not gonna force him back into it now. I think probably use next week for game minutes for him. And then there were a few players that are where they are in their sort of career and making choices. So Tyler won't be there, Sam won't be there, and Joe Rebo won't be in the squad either.
How's Flynn? Because obviously he's got back to training, but he's missed a few weeks. How much can he be involved tomorrow?
He's okay. He's trained since the start of the week. We had to slightly adapt him at the start of the week, but since then he's been fine. Whether he can start is a different question, but he'll be involved. He's with the squad. We've got 20-man squad, so it's positive having him back. He brings good energy. He's got obviously all the qualities that he has got, so he'll be there and thereabouts. But everyone knows how big our squad is. Everyone knows how much quality we do have. So we've picked 20 of them, and we'll go with that.
Is Mateus in the 20?
He is. Matty was back in training. Same thing, sort of Tuesday. And we've given him time and a bit of space and a bit of clear thoughts on what he wants to do. And he's missed a few days as well, or most of last week, so he's sort of building back up to being ready. But he's there. He's confident. He wants to be here. So no, it's good.
Thank you for all that. What do you make of Wrexham? Because they're all the glamour on the outside, but the manager in Phil Parkinson is a very long-serving EFL experienced football manager who almost goes against the style of the Hollywood owners.
No, you can see that. I think they're a really efficient team. I think there's no sort of... They've got quite a clear identity in what they do and how they go about things, and they've obviously been incredibly successful. So it's a fair play to them, and congratulations to them. And we're expecting a lot of intensity, a lot of 50-50s, challenges, and quite a high intensity game, because that's just the way they play. That's the way we want to play. They've obviously got this sort of momentum going through the team, through the club. So we expect the very best version of Wrexham, and we will have to be our very best as well.
Obviously you're drawing, and the club, we're all trying to draw a line under last season and go into your era, your time as manager at the club, and it's a Will Still side. What's the sort of the one thing, if everybody tomorrow who goes to the game, if there's one thing you'd like the fans and everybody to think about or get behind when you turn up tomorrow, what would it be?
Playing forward, I think. The energy that brings, it excites people. People want to stand up and see the team looking forwards, playing forwards, getting in, the opposition's half. And I just want energy. I know that sounds a bit basic and it sounds a bit sort of, fairy tale like, but it has been difficult. It has been complicated. But we're getting there. We've sort of turned the corner now. We had a good pre-season. We've taken time to sort of analyse everyone in detail, look at how things work, who everyone is, and we just need to start tomorrow with the energy and the intensity that we want to start with, but also just sort of like break the shackles, like let go of the chains, let go of the sort of stress and tension that there can be, and enjoy playing the beautiful game and playing 90 minutes in front of our fans. And I think if we do that and we get the details right and the basics right, people will at least understand it and see in what direction we're going. So with that, I'd say.
Just finally, on the bigger week of it, because we're so focusing on the start of the season, you've actually got 3 games in a week, but you've got players injured, you've got players in situations. How much do you look at the week, or is everything about Wrexham? Because you must have a plan for getting through the next 8 days with everybody intact.
Yeah, it's not that important yet. We haven't spoken about the cup game at all. The only focus and sole focus is tomorrow lunchtime. And like I said, if anything does happen, we've got players enough and good players enough to sort out whatever happens on Tuesday. But no, our only focus now is starting the season well and enjoying tomorrow.
Just finally, have you got any positive news from Johannes, or is there any movement about players in that you're looking for? You talked about adding in certain areas. Is anything moving in that front, or are we going to be probably expecting the last week of the window to be the one?
I think the last week is always busy. No, we're they're working on it. I'm sure when we can announce that people are coming in, then we will. But I think Johannes said it last night. It's a process. But we also don't just want to get any old player just because he looks half decent. We want good players, but we want good people as well. And we want players that can identify themselves to Southampton. We want players that want to be here and want to succeed here. So I know it's frustrating at times for supporters and for the whole football club as a whole. But we need to get things right, and I think Johannes is very conscious of that.
Thanks very much.
Cheers.
Okay, for 10:30, I think.